Hey YouTube, welcome to my shop. I'm Mike Head and this is Round 2 Woodworks. If you've ever stopped by before, you probably understand that I like a clean shop. I mean, I've had videos on dust control for my miter saw, for my router table. I built a downdraft sanding table, and I've just done as much for my shop as I can to keep it clean. However, that stuff just kind of like picks up the big pieces, the chips and stuff. The fine particles that float around the air that require to use a dust mask, those are the particles that over time settle on everything in your shop, and it's like a cake icing. Everything is just covered with it. So to get rid of that, I found a way. Actually, I borrowed it from my dad. Now my dad's he's had shops all his life, and he's a maker of everything all his life. So a shop to him was pretty important, but a clean shop to him wasn't important at all. I mean, I'd go over to his shop and say, "Hey, Pop, I need to borrow a Phillips head." Well, check over on the forge under the blacksmith magazine. Sure as heck could be there. I wanted a smaller one, Pop. Well, check over on the drill press. Sure as heck it'd be there. Part of my clean shop is that I search for 5 minutes for a screwdriver and find it in my back pocket. So most of my stuff is all situated and set out in neat order. That works for me. So if I come in, I can see right away that I know that this is a pair of pliers I must have left out on the table or something. So that's why I like a clean shop. Number one, I know where everything is, and it just works better for me. So this system of cleaning my shop, I borrowed from my dad when he cleaned his shop twice a year, if that. I mean, if you went into my father's shop, opened up the drawer, chances are all there'd be in there was a dead moth and a few little wood chips. Everything else would be spread out on all the tables and everything else. So, but once a year he cleaned it all up, and it was shiny bright. And the way he did it was with air. Now, to give you to be specific, a garden blower type air. Now, to clean your shop out with this, you've got to be careful on a couple of things. Number one, you can't have a lot of like papers laying around, or it'll look like the Wizard of Oz tornado with a little witch riding a bike. So you got to make sure everything's kind of battened down. And it also takes a little practice. Those leaf blowers, they can put out some force. So you want to get close enough to blow that dusting of dust away, that covering of dust away, but you don't want to get so close that you blow stuff all over off your shelves and walls. So it does take a little practice. Now also, when I built my garage, I planned for using the dust blower, and let me show you what I did as far as that goes. I don't know if you can see this French cleat, but the top is on the outside of the cabinet, and the bottom is down below the cabinet, so I could hang different saws and things around the shop on. So that gave me a place to hang things. Now, the cabinet being away, you can see that there's 3/4 of an inch behind all the wall, between the wall and the cabinets. So when I use the leaf blower, little eddies don't get in there and pile up. I noticed that when my dad was doing the back of the shelves, would get all piled with dust. So I kept it away to relieve that problem, and it seems to be working very good. Okay, before you get going, you want to take just a couple of seconds and get rid of all the light stuff so it doesn't blow around like a tornado. So I just get most of the light stuff that's going to blow away. I put in my drawer here. I've learned from experience this always flies off. Okay, what I do is I usually start at this area. I go through the rafters. I try to get above the lights. I try to get everywhere. And it just doesn't take a whole lot. Hold your ears. Well, YouTube, I guess that does another day in the shop. The truck's all back, tucked away for the night, and you know, as they say, you've got hand tools and you got power tools. Sometimes power tools are way better. Thanks a lot again, YouTube. I appreciate you stopping by. I wish you well, and until next time, you take care.